But yeah, as I said before, here are the credits, so guess I'll say some thoughts about how I feel. Oh, first that ending. I know I didn't recruit Byleth, so it doesn't really count as like the best ending or anything. But they could at least like made it satisfying. This was just defeat Rhea, and the war's not over. The kingdom and the empire still might fight, and then they just like left it ambiguous. Like I said, I know this isn't like the best ending here, but they could have made it better, I think. At the very least, in like 3 houses, at the end of every route, you basically unify the continent, and then every character got like their A supports, and then they got their endings, and then there was closure at least. Here, nope, none of that. Not even like the A support relations, unless it appears after. Then I'm just saying some nonsense right now. Okay, story-wise, so it's definitely interesting seeing the Golden Deer slash Federation doing their own thing. They had like their own enemies with Elmira, they solved that, and then they fought the Empire Kingdom and then the Church. The twists are fun throughout. But I feel like these twists were only good because of their relation to 3 houses. Just like the rest of the story, if you don't know like the backstory of 3 houses and what happened there, and how all the characters relate to each other with the story plus the support, I don't know, I feel like this game would be kind of hollow, and that's characterized with how all the with how everything was like put together, and then you just go from battle to battle, and then random supports in between. Okay, I did a story. I guess next would be how this compares to like other Warriors games. I mean, I played a couple, not on the channel of course, but in the past and in my free time. In like other Warriors games, each character basically had their own unique moveset and abilities, and all their moves looked like unique and nice. Their specials were different, their normal attacks were different, their combos were different. In this game, there were classes, so a lot of the attacks seemed the same. Like the archers, the sword masters, like all their attacks and even their specials kind of use the same stuff from one another. I know that like Fire Emblem has an emphasis on classes, but I wanted to see like more of their unique attacks, like Shez. His final attack, his final class, he got like 2 swords. He got lots of different moves, and I used him most of the time, so I guess I'll use to him. But definitely the other characters seem more generic and not as fun to use. I don't know. And my next point is not just for this game, but Warriors games in general, like recently. Like, you can just like ignore everything and just go for objectives. You can just like run past all the small fry and some of the less important generals too, and then just go for like the strongholds and the main enemy bosses, and you beat them, and then that's it. It kind of feels weird and out of immersion where you can just like run past people, like they won't attack you or do much damage, and then you can just go straight for whatever and like right in the middle of enemy territory. Okay, there's the fin. Just gotta check if there's another cutscene before I continue. I still have like 2 more points, I think. Unlockable units. Okay. Hopefully I can get my other units back. New equipment, that's fine. Vanguard whistle. Instantly capture. Oh, really? Maddening. No, I'm not touching Maddening. This game's not fun enough for me to play on Maddening. Import units level, supports for badge. Nope, definitely I'm not gonna save it there. Okay, yeah. I do want to check out the New Game Plus, but I should finish what I was saying before. Okay, in this game, you do get level ups just like other Fire Emblem games, but these level ups seem kind of insignificant in the most part. Like, you see the +1, +2, and then you gain a lot of levels. In battle, one of the main like draws of Fire Emblem is that each level up feels kind of significant, and then like the stats you get, like they're pretty important since they're like stat breakpoints where you can use to like double or one-shot enemies, or like survive another hit or two. Like in this game with 3 hopes, each level is just like you get +1 in the middle of battle, and then you just continue on. You don't really see what those stats do, and they're just sort of there to signify that they leveled up. Yeah, they don't seem to do much or have much an impact, so they don't feel as, I guess, just impactful as in other Fire Emblem games. And then of course they just show up randomly in the middle of battle and they totally interrupt your flow. You can turn them off, but then what's the point of level ups then? Like, level ups were something that you see and then you felt satisfied seeing them as your characters do get stronger. But in this one, since you can't actually feel the impact, there's no point in turning them on, but then with them off, what's the point of showing them in the first place? I know it's kind of a circular thing, but it's just something that detracts from like how this game feels and how fun it is to see all those level ups and just play in general. Yeah, I guess one of the main points is that this Fire Emblem Warriors games kind of takes, I don't know, the bad parts of both Fire Emblem and Warriors and then incorporate into this one. Okay, yeah, instead of just saying the bad stuff though, I'll go back to good. As I said before, story was interesting. Even though you do need a little bit of background with 3 houses, it's still fun. Fun enough for me to probably play through the other roads, just not maddening. That's a whole different beast. And then the graphics were not bad, especially for a Switch game. I mean, my Switch is chugging along since I don't have the OLED, but one of the older versions, but it's still doing fine. Didn't really see much lag either. I mean, some of the enemies disappear during specials, but that's okay. The music's good. I liked all the remixes, definitely. And then seeing like all the different character interactions was fun too. Like hosts coming in. Like they also have different portraits. They all look nice. Yeah, it's kind of harder to say what I like about it after hammering home what I didn't like about it. I guess I'll stop there before I dig myself more into the hole. I said my piece about how I feel about this game. I guess I'll end up by saying that I do enjoy it, somewhat. I probably won't like get S and everything, like get all the supports, since I don't like the game that much to invest that much time in it. But I do want to see like what the Empire and the Kingdom like paths look like and how the endings look. And of course I still have to recruit Byleth, since there is that ending too, which might be more satisfying. But if that's the case, then I think the writers did something wrong in that each ending should be satisfying on their own and shouldn't feel like you did something wrong. Like how Shezo mentioning how he felt empty inside. Like, that's just not right, in my opinion. Okay, I rambled on for a while, but with that, that's gonna be it for this one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.